when they dark skin and the beard connects, them red flags be looking like green flags. Time the video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing, because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. So as y'all can see by the title of the video, today I'm gonna be telling y'all about the time, well, I'm gonna be telling y'all the craziest thing I ever did for a friend. And y'all, I really used to be moving like I ain't have nothing to lose back in the day. So we gonna go ahead and get into it. So y'all already know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So let me go ahead and set the scene for y'all. Okay, boom, it's 2018. I'm entering my junior year of college, and y'all actually know this person. If you're not new here, I mentioned her in a previous story time, so we gonna keep the same name so y'all don't get confused. I think her name was Roaches in that story time, so we gonna keep it as that. So like I mentioned before, y'all, me and Roaches were from the same hometown, but when I was in Ocala, I really didn't know her like that. We had some of the same mutual friends. We did go to the same high school, but we weren't really close or anything. So fast forward to a few years later, now she's in Tallahassee. She moves there with her man, and her man, they going through it, y'all. So I do want to mention she moved in this apartment. I'm not gonna expose her apartment complex, but I'm just gonna say she lived in a very popular and well-known luxury apartment complex in Tallahassee at the time, and she couldn't afford the rent by herself. She moved into the apartment with her man. But her man was going through it, y'all. So after like a month of her being in Tallahassee, her man just up and he left. He broke up with her and he just left. But y'all know God don't like ugly. So I think like after a week after he left, he ended up getting incarcerated. Some girl reached out to her. She ended up finding out that he was cheating on her the whole time. The other girl was putting money on his books. It was just a whole lot of going on with them. And I don't know why, y'all, but I tend to gravitate towards people that are in need or just going through shit. Not no more, but at this time I will always befriend people that's just going through shit. I don't know why. So of course we did have mutual friends. We would end up around the same people, and people would kind of just before she ever told me her business about what she had going on, our mutual friends would just mention like, hey, Roach is going through a lot, Roach's man did this, you know. People would just sprinkle her business around. But then eventually, like I said, I gravitate towards people that are just in need. So me and her started getting real close together. We started hanging out a lot, going to parties a lot, talking on the phone all the time. Like when I say she became my bitch, y'all, she became my bitch. Like me and her would talk on the phone every day as if she was my man, y'all. We had a few classes together. In between classes, she would meet me, like, y'all, it was basically like she was my man but my best friend. Like I don't know, y'all, we just got really close. She would help me out, I would help her out. At this time I was broke, I didn't have any money at all, but I would just do what I can. Like I think I did work at Chick-fil-A. I worked at Chick-fil-A around this time, so I would give her free food. If she needed gas money, I would help her with gas money. Anytime I would cook, I would invite her over. You know, I would basically just help her out because I knew what she was going through. So like I said, we started to get real close. She became my dog. We would talk all the time. Like that was my bitch, y'all. So fast forward a few months later, she ended up telling me about this guy that moved to her apartment complex, and you know, she says that she's feeling him, they's talking or whatever, and she was kind of boosting this guy up, making him seem like he was a Russell Wilson. But y'all, really this nigga was Future. But I take that back, he was worse because he ain't had no money. We gonna get there. So you know, when your friends tell you about a man or anybody they talking to or just associating themselves with, you know, they tell you about him, they give you his social media, they just give you the whole rundown on him. So you know me, I'm like, bitch, let me see him or whatever. So she sends me pictures of him, and y'all, I know the man. I don't know him personally, but I know of him. So I'm like, Roaches, he be in my DM here and there, and he be trying to take me out. Anytime he has a section at the club, he's always inviting me and my girl to the club. He offered to take me shopping before. Like he just seemed like a community type of guy. And like I said, I don't know this man personally, y'all. We gonna go ahead and give him a name. We gonna call him Lopsided, y'all, because well, I'm not even gonna go there. But anyway, we just gonna call him Lopsided. So Lopsided was in my DM, in my group me. Anytime he would have like a club event, y'all, he would frequently like hit me up and say, hey, I got a section at Baja's tonight. You and your girls come through. And I would just respectfully decline. So, you know, I let my girl know. I'm just like, he seemed like community or whatever. But me and this guy never had anything going on. I'm just telling her from, you know, what I see. But she still proceeds to talk to Lopsided. So her and Lopsided, they end up going out on a really nice date. And she tells me that he takes her to a fine dining restaurant. After the restaurant, he takes her to go see a movie. And after the movie, he takes her on this rooftop. I think it was at their apartment complex. Because like I said, they lived in a luxury apartment complex, y'all. So he said he took her to the rooftop and he ended up smoking her out. So it was like a perfect date for her. So I'm just like, damn. Oh, y'all, let me not forget this. Okay, so after they did the dinner, the movie, he smoked her out. After that, she told me that I don't know how much weed he gave her, but she said he sent her home with some weed. So to her, it was like a perfect date. So she's telling me all of this. And you know me, I'm like, oh my gosh, friend, like, I'm so happy for you. Like, because, you know, I said her ex was a frog and now she's dealing with the prince. So I thought. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, girl, I'm happy for you. Like, you know, I'm just boosting her up. And y'all, I was genuinely happy for her because, like I said, her ex wasn't treating her right. And she was just really going through it. So I was happy that she had met somebody. I don't know, y'all. I'm just like a hopeless romantic. So when she's telling me all of this, I'm getting all excited. I'm just like, God, like, what about me? Like, I'm just asking God, like, can you send me my prince? Like, God, what about me? Like, next time you send him, I'm gonna be ready. Like, I'm gonna be ready next time. And y'all know how that is. Like, when they dark skin and the beard connects, them red flags be looking like green flags. But I said, God, even if he don't got no money, just send him my way. I'm gonna accept him. Like, just send him my way. So she just making me get all excited about my love life because I'm just happy for her. Like, she's telling me about this guy. They go out on the second date. She says on the second date, he smokes her out again. He takes her to a nice dinner. They do like a little walk in the park. They both had dogs, y'all. So they walk their dogs together. Like, you know, she's just telling me all this stuff about him. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm happy for you, friend. So maybe like a month max went by, y'all, and I don't know how to describe this. What's her name? I almost said her real name, y'all. Oh, and I am gonna put the screenshots in here of what Lopsided was like DMing and messaging me. But like a month goes by, and like I said, Roaches is my bitch. So if something is wrong with her, I know something has to be up. So she's like real conservative now. Like, she's not calling me as much. She's not inviting me over as much. Cause like I said, I would spend the night to her house on the weekends. We would FaceTime 24/7. Like, we always on the phone. We always kiki laughing, going to parties together. But she started just moving funny. Like, she wasn't answering my phone calls. She was just real quiet. Like, even in class, she wasn't really talking to me as much. So one day I popped up on her and I knew she didn't have to work this day, and I was just kind of like, Roaches, like, what's up? Like, you've been moving kind of funny. Like if you're going through something, like, let me know. Like, what is it? Did the ex hit you back up? Like, what is it? Like, what is it? Like, just tell me what's up. So y'all, she really wasn't trying to tell me. I kind of had to pry it out of her, and she was just like,
hey, Asia, Lopsided asked me if I can put 10 iPhone X's in my name, and he was gonna pay me $2,000.
And y'all, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm just looking like, bitch, like, please tell me you didn't do it. And y'all, she said she did it.
Fucking dumbass, stupid son of a bitch, done pissed me the fuck out.
So I'm kind of like, wait, what? So I'm like, you need to call the police. You need to go ahead and tell them that you was scammed, and you need to call the authorities immediately. So she backs up and she explains the whole situation. She was just like, I think it was like after their third date, she said he kind of sat her down and was like, he's in the need of money, and he gonna help her out. He needs her to put 10 iPhone. This is when the iPhone X's had just came out, y'all, and not 9, 8, 7, 6, 10. Y'all heard me correct. 10 phones. How do you say 10 in Spanish? Cinco? I don't know, y'all. but she need her to put 10 iPhones in her name, and he was gonna pay the down payment, like the taxes on the phone, just to get the phones out the store. And he said in a month he'll have the phones paid off. And I don't know why this just didn't scream scam to her, but like I said, during this time she was in a very, like, her mental state was very low, y'all. Again, her ex of like years, they had just split. You know, she going through financial issues, she just going through a lot. So now it's clear that this was, you know, this was a scam. But at the time, I don't know, y'all, it didn't scream scam to her. So she's telling me this or whatever, and I'm sitting on the couch, like on the edge of my fucking seat, because I'm just like, bitch, like, what? So she's like, yeah, he took me to the Sprint store, so I don't think I can call the police because they got me on camera, you know, signing off on the phones. He basically paid the taxes on the phones, and he told me that he was going to give me $2,000. And I'm like, well, damn, did he at least give you the $2,000? She's like, no, he didn't give me nothing. So I'm just kind of thinking, like, friend, like, is you dumb or is you dumb? But at the time, y'all, like I said, I'm not going to, like, kick somebody while they down. So I'm just like, friend, it's, you know, it's going to be okay, y'all. It really wasn't going to be okay. But I'm telling her, like, friend, it's gonna be okay. So her and Lopsided, they still communicating at this time. She say every time she see him, she's asking him about her money, like, when are you gonna at least give me the $2,000? Are you gonna pay the phone bill? He's like, yeah, I got you, I'm gonna pay the phone bill. You know, I'm working, I'm in the streets, I'm working, I'm trying to get the money. And I do want to mention, y'all, this guy made it seem like he had money. Like, when she first described him to me, this man lived in her apartment complex, and the rent there was no less than like $800 for not even a full bedroom, y'all. It was a suite. It was $800. He drove a BMW. Anytime you would see him, he would be dressed in like a tux. Like, this man, it gave money. Like, when he went to the club, he had sections, jewelry. Like, you know, he was giving like he had money. So this was just, I don't know, y'all, it was just unbelievable to me. So she's like telling me anytime she asks him for his money, he say he's working, he trying to get the money. A few weeks passed by. One of my other homegirls, which is a mutual friend of me and Roach's, she hits me and she sends me a picture of Lopsided at BJ's. I think he was at BJ's. He was either at BJ's or Applebee's, y'all. He sends me a picture of Lopsided at BJ's, and he's sitting with a female, and he's on a date. And she sends me the picture, and she was like, bitch, don't he owe Roach's money, and he's on a date? So I'm just like, what the fuck? So I take the picture, whatever, I send it to Roach's, and I'm just like, are y'all still talking? Like, what's going on or whatever? And if I would have been there, y'all, I definitely would have told the sister he was on a date with to run, because she was the next predator. Like, he was preying on her. So that happened or whatever. She doesn't mention it to him. She's just like low. Like, when I say her, like, y'all, she was basically depressed. She had stopped going to class. She couldn't afford to pay her rent because she was looking forward to that money. The phone bill, a month had already passed by at this time. Sprint calling her, they threatened to turn her phone off because he hasn't paid the bills on none of the phones. So now her credit is affected, y'all. Her credit is getting affected by this. What happened after that? So a few weeks passed by, and when I say, she probably was low for like 3 weeks. Like, anytime we would talk on the phone, usually, you know, I like to laugh, I'm a talker, y'all. The conversation is usually real bubbly, but no, anytime I talk to her, she's bringing up this situation. Like, this situation is really taunting her, and she can't really move how she wants to move, y'all. Like, she can't afford things because he put her in a bind. So like 3 weeks after she told me what happened, I'm at her house and I'm just chilling, and she's like, Asia, I came up with a plan, and I'm gonna need you to rob him with me. And y'all, I'm looking at her, and I could see like hurt in her eyes. So I knew that she was like dead ass serious. And I don't know why the fuck I said yes, but y'all, I said I was gonna swindle his ass with her because my friend need her money back. So she tells me this long elaborated plan, and she basically said that she was gonna have him invite her over one day, and she was gonna put him to sleep. I'm not gonna say how she was gonna put him to sleep, but y'all, she was gonna put him to sleep or whatever, and she was gonna leave the door open for me, and I was supposed to come in there, and we were supposed to swindle him. And that's basically the story time on how I was willing to why am I trying to cut this story time short? Hold on, Asia, back the fuck up, girl. Okay, so she tells me all of this crazy shit, how she has this whole plan. She tells me that she's been watching him, learning his whereabouts, watching when he leaves, because in order for you to like the way her apartment is positioned, you can see his door. Like, you can see his door from her apartment. So she said she's been literally watching this man for like months, days. Like, she's been watching him to see who he brings in and out the apartment, to see, like, you know, she's learning his schedule. So when she came to me with this proposal, y'all, she was like dead ass or whatever. She had everything all written out. She was just like, I'm gonna come in there, put him to sleep, you're gonna come in and we're gonna bang bang boogie or whatever. So after that, we probably like sat on the idea for like 2 weeks. Every time I would talk to her, we would just talk about it or whatever. And let's say like 2 days before the actual date that we planned to swindle this nigga, the man got arrested. So it just, like, y'all, God was just watching out for me, because shit probably was not gonna play out like the way we expected it to play out. But he ended up getting arrested for grand theft auto, what else, possession of marijuana, violation of probation, credit card fraud. It was, y'all, it was so many charges on there, and he didn't have a bond. So we didn't do what we needed to do. But like I said, God don't like ugly. So that happened, and sis never got her money back from the iPhones. She never filed a report with the PDE to let them know what the fuck was going on. I feel like she didn't file a report just simply because she felt like she couldn't, because she did go to the store willingly with him. She went to Sprint with him to get the phones, and she was on camera. So that's kind of why I feel like she didn't go to the police. I'm not even friends with roaches no more, but I just find it crazy how I was moving. Like, y'all, I was really moving like I didn't have anything to lose. Like, I really was gonna swindle this nigga with her, which is just, I don't know, y'all, that's crazy to me. But anyway, that's the end of this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you ever done anything crazy, because, well, it wasn't even my money, it was for my friend. Like, when I say my friend was low, y'all, she was low. Like, I had never seen her this low, and my friend needed her money back, so I was willing to do it. So if you ever did anything crazy for some money or some, you know, if you ever done anything crazy, let me know down below. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next story time. Peace.